So the other day I did a live last week actually, and I was talking about it was about the best place to live in Portugal, but we all know there is no such thing as a best place. But it did get me thinking about what I like about it here in this place. Oh, by the way, if there is anyone here that was on that live, thank you very much for joining in my game of match the location and be in sports. And we had a laugh. Yeah, it was fun. We did have a laugh. Thanks for being there and being great sports. Yesterday when I woke up, actually this morning as well, it was a very overcast morning. And I actually thought, oh good, I was pleased because I wanted to go and walk some more of the Ecovia path, whatever it's called. So there's a footpath, cycle and footpath walkway that goes all the way from, where does it go from? Anyway, near here it goes from Ponte to Barca all the way to the coast, and I do know they want to extend it all the way to Spain. So I often jump in the car and walk the dogs along there. The nearest point is about 25 minutes away, and I've done all the way now from Ponte de Barca to Ponte de Lima, and yeah, so I just wanted to do another section of it yesterday. So I was really pleased that it was a cloudy day, because then I didn't have to get up really early in the morning to do it, or do it late in the evening and sort of get back in the dark, because otherwise it's too warm. But anyway, it made me think that what else do I really like about this area, and I thought I'd share it with you. Obviously, because a lot of you are looking for where you want to live, where you want to be, and what's good about areas, what's not so good. But I tell you what, so I really love that path. When I did a house in Amarante, they had similar path that went all the way to Viseu. Yeah, that was a long one, and they're really nice. That one was along an old railway. This one, I don't think it's on anything particular, but they're really nice. Obviously, because I'm always walking dogs, it's really nice to walk dogs. But if you cycle, if you get cyclists, you get runners, a few dog walkers. Yeah, it's really nice. So yeah, so I just wanted to talk about what I love about this area and what you might like too, and if you like those things, why you might want to consider this area. So one of the things I really like is the weather. Now, whenever you mention Northern Portugal, I don't know, people seem to think we're under a sky of constant grey cloud and misery. It's sunny, as you can see. It's people grow tropical fruits here. I've been to a few places where I've been able to collect avocados that people don't want. Imagine that, just avocados, they're so expensive. Just having many of them on your tree that you've got to give them away, or they just go to waste. But yeah, I've got a banana tree right there, actually. No, you can see it. But they need a lot of water, so the bananas on that tree just all shriveled up. Had some lovely bananas from somebody's banana tree the other day. They're not like the normal bananas you get in the supermarket. They're different taste, but they're amazing. Yeah, people grow bananas, avocados, lots of other tropical fruits that I've never heard of. But yeah, so that just proves that the weather is decent up here. Obviously you get the rain, but then I like that you get the rain, because that's why the Minho obviously is so green. It's just so lush and green. It's beautiful. So if you like green, this is the region. And the other thing about the weather is it just doesn't get too hot. I mean, I think we've gone up to 38 recently in August. Oh, we're September now, it's the 1st of September. But yeah, the highest it's been, I understand it's been a bit of a milder summer, but you know, the same week we had a maximum of sort of 38. They were at 44 down in like Castelo Branco in central Portugal. So I don't know that I can take that heat. I don't know that I could survive that. But anyway, so I like it that it doesn't get too overwhelmingly hot here. What else do I like? I like the proximity to things. So here, 40 minutes one way, I'm at the beautiful coastline. You know, I can be at the beach, at the coast. 30 minutes the other way, I'm in Jerez, beautiful national park, mountains. I mean, there's a lot of places in Portugal where you can be within an hour of beach, or not beach necessarily, coastline and mountain. But yeah, so I like that. But here they're particularly spectacular. So I like that I'm also like an hour from Porto Airport, which is very handy dandy, and 30 minutes from Braga, which is a city that has everything and it's a bit more diverse, which I like. So yeah, it's handy. So yesterday, there's this, I don't know if you've heard this app called Too Good To Go, which is where shops that have perishables, as it says on the tin, if it's too good to throw out, you can buy it really cheaply and pick it up. So you go on the app, see what's available, and I've got my favourite shop where I get stuff from. And yeah, I've lots of places I've been, you can't use it, there's nothing available, but there's loads here. I should actually get a bit more adventurous and look at the other stuff they've got. Like there's lots of restaurants within half an hour from here that are always on the app, but I've just got my favourite health food shop, which I get stuff from. So just little things like that, just having things available, and all the amenities you can want obviously is in Braga. I think if I were to think about favourite towns in Portugal, I think Ponte de Lima would be one of them. It is a very nice, and Ponte de Barca actually I do like as well. They're very nice towns, and nice, subjective, but what for me makes a nice town is clean and neat and tidy, picturesque, you know, shops and amenities, but like, you know, some towns have a lot of very derelict buildings, which those two towns don't seem to have. And some towns just have a lot of very ugly 1970s concrete block buildings, industrial buildings that are just not particularly nice, which those two towns don't really seem to have, which makes them more pleasant. Yeah, sort of nice grass areas, grass verges, trees, nice markets. Obviously you've got the river. So yeah, just Ponte de Lima is a very, very nice town. I know they don't allow things like, I think like McDonald's wanted to put up a big sign. They wouldn't allow that. They don't, because they don't want it to be, they don't want that kind of an ugly, you know, commercial sign. So yeah, it's quite obvious that they are conscious about how the town looks, whereas a lot of places it just seems like, my God, you know, great big neon sign, they couldn't care less. But in Ponte de Lima they won't allow that, and it does show in the beauty of the town. If you're the outdoor type, nature, outdoors, it's definitely a very beautiful region. I mean, I don't know if these things are available elsewhere, but I just haven't noticed them or seen them. But here you've got a lot of, obviously you've got the rivers, but then you've got great rivers everywhere, but you've got a lot of rapid rivers here. So you've got a lot of white water rafting. Obviously Ponte de Lima and the area is well known for its kayaking and its kayaking champions. So yeah, and outdoor activity centres where you've got bungee jumping and high ropes, and you've got paragliders here, so it's very nice for that. And the walks obviously at the national park, I mean obviously there's walks and trails all over Portugal, but I've really enjoyed some good ones in this area. The other week we went on a nighttime walk, so we watched the sunset, went up to the mountain to watch the sunset and come down in the dark under the full moon. So that was really nice. And there was a talk on wolves a wolf specialist, but obviously I didn't listen to the talk because it was all in Portuguese. So yeah, definitely beautiful nature outdoors. I mean, there are, I don't think that, you know, the Minho region doesn't have all the eucalyptus trees that you have in central Portugal. I mean, obviously there's everywhere's got patches of eucalyptus trees, but you haven't got hectares and hectares and mountains and mountains and mountains of eucalyptus trees in this area like you have in central. I mean, it absolutely astounds me how you can stand up on a mountain and as far as the eye can see, forever and ever, there's nothing but eucalyptus trees. That you don't get in this region. So yeah, just wanted to share what I like about the area, but I think the number one thing has got to be, actually the number one and the number two things, the number one thing has got to be how green the area is. I mean, we're 1st of September now, so you know, at the end of August in many places it's just brown, but here it's green. And the second thing is the weather, but then that ties in with the green because you've got the rain to keep the place green, and it's not too hot, not too cold. I think it's actually just very much just right. And the dogs continue to love their new life of freedom. They're coming on leaps and bounds. They love all the exploring, they love being out. They are just in their element, loving life.